Hi everyone, my name is Natasha. Welcome to my channel about my multicultural family's adventures as we move to Bulgaria from the UK and adopt a child there. This episode is about open adoption. It's a type of adoption when adoptive parents stay in contact with the birth family of the child. Open adoption becomes more and more popular because in many cases, open adoption can be very beneficial for everyone, including adoptive parents, biological family, and most importantly, the child. In closed adoption, adoptive parents know very little or sometimes nothing at all about birth parents of the child. As the child grows up and starts asking questions about their birth family, their adoptive parents might struggle to find the answers. Not being able to find information about their roots, the child might struggle with their identity development and self-esteem. If you think this problem can be easily solved by keeping adoption a secret from the child, please check my video about common adoption myths and stereotypes. The thought of staying in contact with biological family of the child can be uncomfortable and even unbearable for some prospective adopters. But please, if you are thinking about adopting a child, please open your heart and think what is best for the child. In my opinion, adoption is all about the child and every action taken should be in the best interest of the child. Some people are afraid that birth parents of the child might try to take the child back or demand money from adoptive parents. Legally, they can't do any of that. Once adoption is in order, birth parents of the child lose any rights for the child. Some people think that birth parents have failed the child and therefore they don't deserve staying in their life. Please ask more questions about birth family. The more you learn, the more you're gonna find out about their situation. You might learn how much they love the child and how hard placing them for adoption was for them. Also, you can find out whether in this particular case adoption is ethical at all. Even nowadays, terrible things can happen. Sometimes corruption is involved. In some cases, kids are being taken from their birth moms illegally, and you might never find out about it unless you dig and ask questions. Even if you're not going to stay in contact with biological family of the child, please ask as many questions as possible about birth family during adoption process. The more you know, the more you will be able to tell to your child in the future, and it will be very beneficial for their mental health. There are many ways of staying in contact with birth parents. Some adopters meet birth family on neutral territory under supervision of contact workers. Others visit each other at home without any supervision, while some people stay in contact with extended birth family of the child, such as grandparents, uncles, aunties, and so on. I've heard a beautiful open adoption story about a family with 3 sets of grandparents, 2 from each side of adoptive parents and 1 from father's side of biological family of the child. All 6 grandparents were playing a significant role in raising the child and loved them very much. While successful direct contact stories are amazing, please bear in mind it's not always safe. Sometimes addiction, mental illness, or other issues can make birth parents dangerous. I've heard stories of birth parents stealing kids from their adoptive parents or threatening them, causing distress for everyone. Also, seeing birth parents in person might be too triggering for the child, especially if they were mistreated by their birth family in the past. A few years ago, for a little while, I was helping to look after kids in a family with 2 adopted children. The kids were aware of the situation, they knew they were adopted, but they were so deeply traumatized by their birth mom, even hearing her name was triggering to them. She was doing terrible things to her kids. The birth father of the kids had 4 children with different women, and sadly all 4 of them were placed for adoption. It seems like he didn't have much interest in the kids and didn't stay in contact with adoptive parents. In many cases, birth parents of the child don't want to stay in direct contact with adoptive parents. If that's the case, or if direct contact might be too dangerous, you can consider a letterbox contact instead. If you are adopting in the UK, your agency or local authority can help you to organize a letterbox contact with biological family of the child without exposing your full name or address. We are going to adopt in Bulgaria, and as far as I'm aware, we won't get any help with organizing a mailbox contact. But we can do it ourselves by creating a post office box, which is a mailbox you're renting at the local post office, and you can collect post from there. What do you think about open adoption? Will you do it yourself? Do you have any questions? Please write in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, please like it. My next video is going to be about raising a bilingual child. Our daughter V is 2 years old and she speaks both Russian and English. And soon she will start learning Bulgarian language too. If you don't want to miss it, please subscribe to my channel. You can also follow my Instagram account. And that's all for now. Thank you for watching, have a nice day, and I hope to see you all back. Bye!